The fen stretched out before them, a vast expanse of mist-shrouded pools and moss-laden stones. The ground was treacherous, shifting between firm earth and sucking mire, where the land met the shadowed edge of Sorrowshade Grove. For weeks, the Lumineth had scoured these lands, searching for any trace of the lost Azrai seer, Lura, or the crystal that had granted her visions. Now at last their search had borne fruit. Half sunken into the wet earth, entwined with the roots of a fallen waystone, the crystal pulsed with an inner light. Lyrior Ulthrale, warden of Emetrica, stepped forward, his golden armor gleaming even in the dim, fog-laden air. With measured reverence, he reached for the stone, his touch sending a ripple of unseen power across the mire. The air tightened, the mist thickened, and in an instant the world fractured. They were no longer in the fen. A storm of visions tore through their minds. Lura, kneeling before this very stone, her hands resting on it, her eyes distant, seeing something beyond the veil of time. The town of Gundenter, still standing, yet tingling with an unnatural stillness, seen as if through the gaze of one who no longer belonged. The Seraphon descending from the skies in resplendent force, searching, hunting for the same thing. The heavens splitting apart, shadow and starlight colliding in a battle yet to come. Then a voice, Lura's voice.
The stars call me back. The past binds me, but the future must be broken.
When it came clarity, she was still alive, hidden where paths are never the same twice. Then the vision shattered, leaving only the weight of revelation behind. Lyrior exhaled sharply, his touch tightening on the stone. The Huracan Windmage at his side whispered in awe. Lura's path has always been hidden. Now we know why. And where she has gone, Lyrior murmured. His mind raced. She had been concealed from them, but the crystal had not forgotten. But before they could act, the mists shimmered, not with the glow of the crystal, but with the celestial radiance of an ancient power. A deep rumbling filled the air as the Seraphon emerged, not from the land, but from the sky itself. Aslan Starmaster, resting upon his floating palanquin, descending upon the fog, his form limned in starlight. Beside him, a skink starseer stepped forward with deliberate caution. Croxigor loomed in the shadows, their scaled hides glistening with fen water, while riperdactyls wheeled in the heavens above. The Lumineth stood firm. Lyrior did not move. He was not one to mistake caution for fear, but the presence of Aslan was no small matter. He met the Slan's gaze, feeling an immense unshakable will pressing against his own. The skink starseer was the first to speak, his voice chittering but strangely melodic. Lyrior did not waver. It belongs to the Lumineth. It was carried by Lura, an Azrai seer who saw what was to come. The Slan's deep, ponderous voice filled the air, though his lips never moved.
Amanishna Fania. Manishna Hami Nashnia Hane.
The Windmage's brow furrowed. The Starseer tilted his head, his golden eyes unreadable.
Nashnavinas Noah.
Lyrior felt a flicker of unease, but he did not let it show. Then tell me, what was she shown? The Starseer regarded him for a long moment. Finally he spoke.
Nafina.
The riperdactyls above screeched, their riders gripping weapons tight. The Seraphon would not yield. Neither were the Lumineth. The air between them grew still, taut with impending violence. Lyrior exhaled.
So be it.
Stone Guard, Bodyguard. Skink Starpriest, Field Sergeant. Seraphon Asterism, Tepok the Seer. Lumineth, Enduring as a Rock. Sentinels, Power of Hish. Wind Mage, Enter the Shrine. Wind Mage fails Wind Leap. Wind Mage fails to cast Protection of Hish after using cleansing rituals. Wind Mage casts Speed of Hish on Wind Chargers. Lyria casts the Shards of Valagar. Slahan Magical Intervention fails to cast Suffocating Gravetide. Lumineth scored 9 victory points. Skink Starpriest, Serpent Staff on the Ripperdactyls. Realm Shaper Engine. Power Unleashed deals 3 damage to the Wind Chargers. Skink Starseer casts Speed of Huanchi on the Ripperdactyls. Starpriest casts Comet's Call on the Wind Chargers, dealing 1 damage. Starseer casts Purple Sun. Slahan Arcane Vassal casts Soulsnare Shackles. Slahan Arcane Vassal casts Soulsnare Shackles. Soulsnare Shackles deal 2 damage to the Wind Chargers. Slahan fails to cast Suffocating Gravetide. Hunters of Huanchi Deep Strike. Wind Chargers redeploy. Wind Chargers all-out defense. Hunters of Huanchi deal 1 damage to the Wind Chargers. Ripperdactyls all-out defense. Wind Chargers. Covering fire deal 2 damage to the Ripperdactyls. Ripperdactyls forward to victory. Ripperdactyls all-out attack. Wind Chargers all-out defense. Ripperdactyls deal 5 damage to the Wind Chargers. Wind Chargers deal no damage to the Ripperdactyls. Seraphon score 7 victory points. Lumineth, enduring as a rock. Sentinels, power of Hysh. Wind Mage casts protection of Hysh. Wind Mage casts Transporting Vortex on the Stone Guard after using cleansing rituals. Lyria casts Speed of Hysh on the Stone Guard. Slan, magical intervention fails to cast Suffocating Gravetide. Wind Chargers deal 1 damage to the Ripperdactyls. Wind Chargers deal 3 damage to the Ripperdactyls. Lyria deals 3 damage to the Ripperdactyls. Sentinels. All-out attack. Sentinels deal 5 damage to the Kroxigor. Sentinels deal 5 damage to the Kroxigor. Sentinels wipe out the Ripperdactyls. Sentinels deal 4 damage to the Kroxigor. Stone Guard, forward to victory. Kroxigor countercharge. Lyria deals no damage to the Kroxigor. Ripperdactyls all-out defense. Wind charges deal 1 damage to the Ripperdactyl. Lyria all-out defense. Kroxigor finish off Lyrior. Ripperdactyls deal 1 damage to the wind charges. Lumineth scores 9 victory points. Realmshaper engine. Power unleashed deals 3 damage to the wind chargers and the sentinels. Skink Starpriest fails Serpent Staff. Skink Starseer casts Speed of Huanchi on the Saurus Guard. Starpriest casts Comet's Call, but it is unbound. Slan casts Suffocating Gravetide. Slan banishes the Shards of Valagar and the Soulsnare Shackles. Slan fails Celestial Reinforcements. Hunters of Huanqi deal 1 damage to the Stone Guard. Sentinels, covering fire, deal 6 damage to the Kroxigor. Kroxigor finish off the Wind Chargers. Wind Chargers finish off the Ripperdactyl. Saurus Guard, all-out attack. Saurus Guard deals 7 damage to the Wind Chargers. Seraphon score 9 victory points. Lumineth enduring as a rock. Sentinels, power of Hysh. Realm Shaper engine. Power unleashed deals 3 damage to the Sentinels and 1 to the Stone Guard. Kroxigor rally healing 4 damage. Slan casts Comet's Call on the Sentinels, dealing 4 damage. Slan casts Mystical Unforging on the Stone Guard. Slan casts Soul Snare Shackles, dealing 2 damage to the Stone Guard. Skink Starseer casts Malevolent Maelstrom. Sentinels rally, bringing back 3 models. Wind Mage. Magical Intervention casts Teleporting Vortex on the Sentinels. Kroxigor Celestial Translocation. Sentinels, redeploy. Hunters of Huanchi deal no damage to the 2 units of Stone Guard and Wind Chargers and Filthy Starstone Bolus. Sentinels covering fire. Kroxigor all-out defense. Sentinels deal 3 damage to the Kroxigor. Kroxigor forward to victory. Wardens fail Wall of Blades. Kroxigor all-out attack. Wardens all-out defense. Kroxigor deal 8 damage to the Wardens. Stone Guard finish off the suffocating Gravetide. Stone Guard finish off the Soul Snare Shackles. Slan finishes off the Wind Charger. Seraphon score 5 victory points. Wind Mage casts Soul Scream Bridge after using cleansing rituals. Wind Mage fails to cast Transporting Vortex. Sentinels deal 5 damage to the Saurus Guard. Sentinels deal 2 damage to the Kroxigor and 5 damage to the Saurus Guard. Stone Guard slay the Slann and deal 2 damage to the Saurus Guard. Saurus Guard deals 2 damage to the Stone Guard. Kroxigor slay the Wardens. Lumineth score 7 victory points. Aftermath, a game of teleports. Both armies started the battle conservatively. While the Lumineth had the range and firepower to pressure Seraphon into action, the battle plan did not favor early risk. With a bold flanking move, the A-Elves deployed their wind charges well. The Ripperdactyls were not enough to break them, showcasing their relative fragility. With a perfect hero phase, the Lumineth managed to cast key spells, repositioned the Stone Guard, and powered up. A rain of arrows dropped down on both units of Kroxigor and Ripperdactyls, softening them, but the Stone Guard did not manage the long charges. Lyria was left alone to be countercharged, and died. The Lumineth managed to barely hold on to the bottom objective. The Seraphon tried to take advantage of the gaps left open, eyeing the Sentinels. But the Lumineth managed again to cast a decisive teleport, removing the Sentinels from the danger zone. The Lizards won the flanks but didn't punch the Elven spine. The third turn was decisive. Seraphon managed the double and went all in, failing to remove the last wound on a wind charger and to reduce the charge dice on both units of Stone Guard hurt. But the biggest disappointment came from the teleporting Kroxigor that didn't charge the Elven backline. On the Lumineth turn, another decisive spell went through, removing the Sentinels from combat and activating another round of heavy shooting. The Slann got killed and the game ended. The Seraphon plan didn't work.